What's up? We're doing it again. Yup, If you're returning, you know that we were left off drilling and tapping on some oil pan bolts that I stripped out at the very end. Yeah, that happened. We're going past that though, because, of course, I didn't have an actual, I wanted to use thread certs, and I actually said that in the last video, but ended up with helicoils. Figured this was the go-to now item. Stupid thing to do, but I'm guessing it was probably just because I put the bolt. I really didn't even tighten them that tight. It's so weird. But anyway, moving forward. Actually already drilled one just to see kind of how it would go, and it's pretty good actually. I haven't ran the tap yet, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna drill the other one, and I'm probably put that all on film just so you guys can see kind of how I do it. All right, so first thing I did, put a little bit of grease on my tap just to lubricate it while it's cutting. You could use like a wax or something like that too, but I got grease. That's what I'm using. So you take it like these, you put it in the hole, and you start to spin it around. And of course, where I'm at with this, it wants to hit the oil pickup. So maybe check my angles here. Looking pretty straight up and down. Almost looks like it could go a little bit that way. Uh-oh. It made it when I did that. So here we go. One side of my handle is longer than the other one, and this side is definitely hitting. So this isn't gonna work for this. I do have the provided, and as you can see, this is a mess just for me trying to get this done and not caring where all my tools are at yet. They gave me this to not only put the actual helicoil in, it's got like a little thing there, but it has this handle. So let's see. It looks like it's clearing, and we're making a good hole here. I can feel it. And I'm pretty much just gonna bottom this thing out. I drilled all the way down to the block where it stopped, so actually, you know what? Probably went about halfway. Let's go back out. Seems like it feels pretty good so far. Yeah, see, we got a lot of buildup of stuff in there, so we're gonna want to wipe that down. Let me get a rag. There's a bunch of metal shavings down in there. I can see exactly where my tap stopped. It was about halfway. I do not think that's enough for the bolt to grab yet, but it's close. So I'm gonna give it another go with the tap. And it actually found the old holes a little easier too, because it had some lube. Alright, there we are. We're stuck. We're stuck. Like Chuck. Alright, that is probably deep enough for what we need to do. So, I also got this pan cleaned up. It was a pain in the ass because all these little grooves right here and everything were a nightmare to get all the fresh RTV out of. Hadn't even been heat cycled yet, so yeah. Which I don't know if that would have made it worse or better, but yeah, here we are. Alright, so here we go, drilling. A little bit of grease on my drill bit as well. It's probably going to be really loud because it's going right connected to the camera from the engine, so don't want to go too crazy at first. Just trying to get a little bit of it started. My drill battery might be dead too. Got a lot of it already. And we're doing the tap. My actual T-handle works here, so much easier. I feel like I can get it level way easier with this thing. It's easier just to see, you know. Going pretty good. I believe that's good. Sometimes it gets a little stuck, so you gotta go back and forth. Don't force it. That's basically it. Now we're gonna insert the actual helicoil, which I can film that probably closer, one hand. Trusty dusty air hose. Can't remember which one it was now. This one. Alright, so got a bolt. See how much actually sticks past it. That's how much grabbing thread we have on this bolt. This is an OEM bolt, so it ain't but like 1/4 of an inch. So my thread insert kind of has to be at the very top. So I kind of drilled way deeper than I needed to, but whatever, doesn't really affect anything. Yep. The one thing you don't want to do, drop your helicoil in the middle of your engine, and that's what I just did. But may not be all bad. Alright, so take 2. Let's try not dropping it in the engine this time. So the idea is you do a little something like this and put her in the hole. I'm just turning it and it's feeding down in the hole. Maybe I did have to drill this deep. Maybe that was a good thing, because these don't really like to come back out. As you can see, it's almost flush, and I got nice, clean, brand new threads in there. If I had to do this on every one, I will, because this looks great. It's essentially like putting a sleeve in, right? Isn't that the same? I kid. Yep, I just got it to where it was like flush, so the most amount of it grabs my bolt. I'm not just grabbing like 2 threads of it and pull it out. Let's do another one. Alright, so cleaned up both block and the oil pan, and put a new fresh coat of RTV on there. Although it doesn't look like it on camera. It looks crazy on camera, but I always go around and kind of do this like tap thing all the way around just to raise it up in the middle, so when I actually squeeze it together it kind of fills out evenly. Just one of my weird little method technique things that I do. Don't know if it works, but never had any leaking oil pans, so there's that. I do also kind of do this too. I go around the edge one time with my finger and just kind of pull up on it as I'm going, getting any excess that may have like fell over on the side, because clearly it's not going anywhere. So I just kind of roughly go around, maybe switch a couple fingers. Okay, good enough. We are ready to put the oil pan on for the second time. This time I'm going to be a little bit more careful when I'm tightening all the bolts, but I think they actually should be good because I thread chased all of them and cleaned out all the old RTV and shit from all the years I've been caked up in there. So let's put the pan on. Now for the bolts. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long ones, and the rest are all short. So my brain tells me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all the long bolts. Let's see. This is one of my thread serred holes. Felt like it went in pretty good. I got these long guys here. Oh, picked up a washer from a back bolt. Got this guy. Tighten these down. So it was 12 foot-pounds, 12 to 14 foot-pounds, so I went ahead and just did it. I'm gonna put this baffle back on, baffle plate, and then the upper oil pan will go on. Sweet. Ended up putting a little bit of Loctite on all these. I don't know, it's inside the engine. I figure why not. Oh, this pan still needs to be cleaned up and like hosed out and shit and clean, so I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow to finish it. But looks like I got this pan on. We are close. Real close. Hopefully this weekend maybe I can throw it in the car. We'll see.